Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to our panel discussion around the initiative of the Michelangelo Foundation, supported by Jaeger-LeCoultre, to help craft graduates to pursue their career. I would like first to welcome on stage Mr. Alberto Cavalli, Executive Director of the Michelangelo Foundation, who will be joined later on by Mrs. Catherine Reinier, CEO of Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all. Welcome to this presentation of Shaping the Future of Craftsmanship, a fellowship for the makers of tomorrow. At the Michelangelo Foundation, we try to achieve many purposes, among which there is one which is particularly important for us: championing craftspeople on an international scale to shape a more human, a more inclusive, and a more sustainable future. We are ambitious, we know, but this is what we believe in. In 2016, our founders, Johann Rupert, patron of the arts and chairman of Richemont, and Franco Cologni, journalist, writer, and former president of Cartier, decided to join forces to protect and promote what human hands can do and will always be able to do better than any machine. And I take this opportunity to say hello to our Executive Vice Chairwoman, Hanneli Rupert, who is with us tonight. So, under the guidance of our founders and of our Vice Chairwoman, the Foundation works to celebrate craftsmanship and its diversity. A diversity of makers, diversity of materials, diversity of technique. How we do this? We try to increase the recognition, the acknowledgement, the importance of crafts in our everyday lives. We try to ensure the viability of crafts for the next generations. We try to create the right cultural conditions so that craft and the ability to craft a more sustainable future will always be relevant, visible, and acknowledged. In a nutshell, we work to honor the beauty of craftsmanship. How do we do this? Concretely, we try to imagine, to build, to nourish projects that can concretely help master artisans, but also to offer opportunities to the young generation, so to train new generation of apprentices who pursue and reinvent the incredible, powerful gestures that have been defining our territories for centuries.
J'ai baigné dans cette créativité, dans cette force où l'on fait beaucoup de choses de ses mains.
Crafts is what I want, like, next to me, and the future of craftsmanship is to have it very present in our daily lives.
The future of craftsmanship is to have it present in our daily lives. This is what we work for. I think many of you are already familiar with some of the projects of the Michelangelo Foundation, like the Homo Faber Guide. If you're not, download it now. And, of course, the Homo Faber event, which takes place in Venice. But tonight, we are here with you to present you something new, Homo Faber Fellowship. It's a new project that we are very happy to unveil tonight with you, which is dedicated to education. And when we say education, we mean investing in master artisans and in those that will be the artisans of tomorrow. So the young generations and the values that underpin their daily actions. So the Michelangelo Foundation, with the invaluable support of Jaeger-LeCoultre, will try and hopefully achieve to pair this need by creating couples, by pairing master artisans and young craftspeople to ensure the continuation of their craft. Homo Faber Fellowship, already in the name, fellowship, there is a sense of a community that we will try to reinforce, if not directly to create. The goal of this new program is to create a model. So, of course, it will be a very operational project that will concretely help people, but we also want to create a model that stimulates change, that helps growth in the sector. And we can do this only if transmission happens really and effectively. Through transmission, we will try to develop the employability of young artisans worldwide. Wow, that sounds ambitious, but it also sounds beautiful, doesn't it? So, we could do this only thanks to the participation of Jaeger-LeCoultre. This participation not only reflects their ethos of social responsibility anchored in education that the Grande Maison has always pursued, but also the importance of transmission and passing on skills and know-how on a more general level. So, I would like to invite now Mrs. Catherine Reinier, CEO of Jaeger-LeCoultre, to the stage.
Thank you, Alberto. Good afternoon to all of you. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you today. At Jaeger-LeCoultre, we consider that we have an important role to play to educate about craftsmanship, but also to ensure the transmission to the next generation. And of course, to innovate, to make sure these ancestral crafts are relevant for the future. Jaeger-LeCoultre is not just any maison. We are a fully integrated manufacturer with over 180 crafts under one roof. And by working side by side in dedicated ateliers, our community of artisans are better able to exchange ideas and share their creative energy. All of that while maintaining and perpetuating ancestral know-hows within the manufacture. Nothing like our restoration workshop to understand how to protect the past and bring it to the future. Imagine, we restore 40, 60, 90 years old timepieces with original spare parts and ancestral gesture. Over 190 years of existence, we have innovated and created 1,270 calibers, always pushing the boundaries of watchmaking know-how. And at Jaeger-LeCoultre, craftsmanship is not only in the movement, but also in the decoration and artistic expression on the case and the dials. We are one of the very few watchmaking manufacturers to have a dedicated handcraft atelier. We bring together centuries-old decorative crafts, such as guillochage, gem setting, engraving, and of course, enameling. These unique crafts are passed down through generations with a very important part, the human touch that each artisan brings. In that sense, each of our timepieces is unique. Talent is key indeed, but learning by doing is essential as well, which is why apprenticeship is so necessary. For more than 30 years, we have welcomed apprentices into our workshops. We also partner with schools and universities, including the technical schools of the Vallée de Joux, where our manufacture is based. In this way, we support and accompany new generation of craftspeople on their journey to become the master watchmaker of tomorrow. So our partnership with the Michelangelo Foundation may be new and exciting, but sharing savoir-faire has been part of all that we do for decades. Now, I invite Alberto back to stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. As you mentioned, Jaeger-LeCoultre has been investing in know-how since its inception, and we are really grateful that La Grande Maison immediately, and you immediately decided to embark in this, on this program. The role, the finality, I would say the ethos of this program, of the Homo Faber Fellowship, is really to bridge a gap that exists, a gap between savoir-faire and transmission. However pivotal transmission is, still we feel we experience in many, many crafts a worrying lack of appropriate programs to make sure that it not only happens, but that it is also effective. We know that to create a thriving artisanal businesses that evolve with market demands, we must act now. Now, because this is the time where we feel the consciousness of how urgent this has become. We must act now to help craftspeople welcome trainees and to secure the future of their workshops. And this is exactly what we are trying to do with the Homo Faber Fellowship. But concretely, what are we doing? What will we be doing? We will be selecting 20 duos composed of a master craftsman and master craftsperson and of a young apprentice. They will be working together, and we will make sure that the couples, the duos that we'll select, will not only delve in the values that we acknowledge, but they will also shine for their passion, for their creativity, for the talent, for all the keywords that we love to treasure. And we will try to favor artisans whose craft have strong connections with the different areas that we'll be selecting. So this project will not be dedicated to master watchmakers. This is important to underline. With the help of Jaeger-LeCoultre, we will benefit a variety of craft sectors in local areas where the genius loci, the spirit of the place, will be of particular importance. These 20 couples, these duos, will come together, and we will start a 6-month remunerated apprenticeship focused on practical skills acquisition. So we will select the duos, we will pair them, and the young apprentices will enter into a 6-month remunerated apprenticeship. Throughout the duration of the apprenticeship, they will have to co-create an object. They will not be left to their own devices, because part of the Homo Faber Fellowship is really to create a community. So they will be helped, they will be accompanied by a community of designers, of experts, of business leaders who share our vision. Is it enough? Let me think. No. No. There is much more, because, I mean, to create a pair of master artisan and young apprentice, it's important, but it would not be so original, and we value originality dearly. So we have realized that even if you come out of the most prestigious, of the most important school of arts and crafts, yet there are skills that are necessarily lacking related to developing your own business, to communication. And this is why, before entering into their 6-month apprenticeship, all of our 20 young talents will enjoy a very special masterclass, a month-long certified entrepreneurial and creative masterclass developed, tailor-made, I would say, by our academic partner, the ESSEC Business School. In Paris, no. No, we have said, I mean, think big, no? So we said, why not offering these young talents an even more intense experience? So the 1-month-long training masterclass will be held in Lisbon, in the creative residency of contemporary artist Joana Vasconcelos. Imagine, I mean, the enthusiasm of these 20 young talents who for 1 month will enjoy the creative and sparkling spirit of the Joana Vasconcelos Foundation, trained by the ESSEC, and then will be ready to enter into the artisans workshop. So it is important to note that we have focused not only on apprentices, not only on artisans, but on these duos. And it's an idea that Jaeger-LeCoultre immediately loved. But why? Why this idea of the doers was so important for you?
Well, indeed, it's an important part of the program. And really, in the training center and with our apprenticeship program at the manufacturer, we have learned that the best way for the young artisans to grow and develop themselves is to work with a master, to practice, to try, and to get an immediate feedback on the gestures. Observation as well is extremely important. And we believe that this model that works perfectly in our manufacture is, of course, essential for any applied art. And at the end, I believe as well it's a win-win, because the master will also get a set of fresh eyes on their craftsmanship.
As we were saying in the beginning, we would like to create a model to make craftsmanship more and more socially, culturally, and financially relevant for the contemporary world in general, but in particular for the younger generation that represent the makers of the beauty of tomorrow. And of many things we can do without, but not of beauty, sorry. So we always need the makers of the beauty of tomorrow. And in order to make it happen, we need to train a new generation that is not only skillful in what they will be doing in their different crafts, but also that have foundations and principles in entrepreneurial skills. And this is why, as I was saying, we have developed this masterclass with our academic partner, the ESSEC, that we are very pleased to have with us tonight. And Professor Simon Nyeck is the director of the Center of Excellence in Luxury, Arts and Culture at the ESSEC. And please allow me to invite Professor Nyeck to the stage.
Thank you.
Welcome, Simon, and thank you very much for being here tonight and for joining us in this very exciting moment. We are really, presenting to you something on which we have been working a lot and of which we are very proud. So, what will the ESSEC be bringing to this program, and why we thought it was necessary to have it for our young artisans?
First of all, let me thank you for having me, me meaning ESSEC Business School, since you are dedicated to education and transmission, which are values we do deeply share at ESSEC Business School. The whole idea and going Michelangelo, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and now this Homo Faber Fellowship, it's something which is important to us because we will be digging into the idea of reinventing our heritage, hence the idea of tradition and modernity. That's very important when you have to transmit. But doing that, it's not enough. We have to make sure that we can communicate. What do I mean by communicate? If you think about it 5 seconds, usually savoir-faire are deeply rooted into what we call a social ecosystem, right? In a country, in a territory. So that's something which is very meaningful. Then you have to make sure that you communicate this culture, and then you make it visible. It's really important. But you said something which I love. We're doing at ESSEC Business School business with meaning. You said, okay, we want to create and help entrepreneurs. That's really the most important thing. With meaning, these people, hopefully, they would be very successful. And today we're talking about keeping jobs in Europe, doing things which make sense, going green. So all this opportunity, ESSEC Business School love to work with partners like you and to make sure that we are able to have something which is very, very sustainable at the end of the day, right? Something with meaning. You talk about trust. We talk about community, something relating us, right? Religere, and we will participate into this.
Well, we're very happy definitely to have you join the program. And it's true that working with artists, working with apprentices at Jaeger-LeCoultre, we've noticed as much that very often the business skills are missing. And they are extremely important. They're crucial for the young artisan to build a sustainable livelihood with their heart. Yeah. And this is really what we will expect from this program, between the partnership and the support of ESSEC, together, of course, with the passion that we clearly all share.
This is something that we do believe will make a difference. 20 duos, is that a lot? Is it not? It's the beginning. And you will be able to say that you were here, present, when it all began. And we feel it's something to be happy about. So, Catherine, will this last?
Indeed. It's only the beginning, as you say. We are going on for several years, really in the objective to create a community, 20 duos and growing.
Sed fugit in terrea, fugit in reparabile tempus. Time flies. We are getting close to the end of this presentation, but we also have to tell you something about the timeline.
Everything starts today, March 29. So anyone here can register to be selected as one of the duo. The selection process will happen from now until June. In June, we will announce the selection of the 20 duos, and the program will start in September. It's happening now.
And we will, of course, be, how to say, very equal to everybody. We will carefully analyze all the candidates. We will certainly privilege those that, as we were saying in the beginning, also showcase their desire. They're willing to join in our movement. So this is the beginning of something new. And we are very happy and grateful that it happens here in Geneva during Watches and Wonders. Wonders, don't we all love the wonderful things that the artisans can do for us? And don't we all feel the need to bridge this capability to creating wonder safely into the future? So thank you, Simon, and thank you very much, Catherine, for your support. And thanks to all of you who were with us tonight. Don't hesitate to reach out if you want to give a helping hand, if you want to know more. We are at disposal. Thanks to the incredible team of the Michelangelo Foundation who made this happen, to our vice chairwoman and to all of those who joined forces with the ESSEC and with Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Thank you. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, Simon.
Bravo. Thank you.